And good afternoon. It's 1:05 on this Thursday afternoon, and we are breaking into regular programming to bring you an update on a breaking news story we've been tracking since about 10:30 this morning in Westerly. Tim White is joining me in studio at 1:05 this afternoon to bring us a couple of new pieces of information since we last left you on the air at about 12:30 this afternoon about this shooting that happened in Westerly this morning.
Right. I've been in direct contact with Rhode Island State Police Colonel James Manny, and he confirms for us that one person is dead in this shooting down in Westerly. It happened at Babcock Village, which is a housing complex for low to middle income elderly folks. We know that there are two other people who have been injured in the shooting, at least, Danielle. One has been transported to Westerly Hospital, and another has been transported to Rhode Island Hospital. You're looking at live pictures now from the scene down in Westerly. We should point out that the schools in Westerly were on lockdown, and they are now reporting they're no longer on lockdown, but they're doing an early dismissal at the high school. So if you have students going that go to Westerly High School, dismissals at 1:20, and buses will be arriving on campus at 1:30. But again, Danielle, to just illustrate what a fluid and evolving situation this is, I texted that to Colonel Manny. He wrote back that the shooter is not in custody and things are still in lockdown at this time. Now, again, that can mean the schools are letting people out, but that area clearly, as you can see from the live pictures, they're blocking off streets, so it's a lockdown situation.
We did speak to a local lawmaker in Westerly, I believe it was a town councilman, telling us that he doesn't remember anything like this happening in Westerly ever. He says, I quote, "I guess every city and town is vulnerable to this kind of thing." And we want to remind you, the suspect not in custody. So again, a very active situation. We know a number of state and local police from Rhode Island, and we understand a contingency from Connecticut, because as you know, Westerly is right on the border there, that Stonington, Connecticut, I believe, has some police there as well.
You're right, Danielle. Our colleague Steph Machado has confirmed that Stonington, Connecticut has personnel on scene, and the Connecticut State Police have troopers at the border of Rhode Island. Again, all precautionary. When we were looking at some of the live pictures, Danielle, from aerials and on the ground, we talked before about how we spotted a tactical team truck from the state police called a Bearcat. It's an armored vehicle, but we're also getting pictures now of a bomb squad truck that is on scene. And I just want to stress that if you saw those pictures, that does not indicate at all that there is a device that has been found. That is common staging for active situations like this, to have Bearcats and a truck like you're seeing on the screen right now, which are response vehicles to this type of situation. So what they're doing, Danielle, State Police, Westerly Police, we know Stonington Police, they're planning for the worst, as we still have somebody who's not in custody.
And it appears that the scene is still pretty much the scene that we've been tracking since the story first broke, meaning we haven't seen it expand much further into Westerly. I'm wondering if we can call up that aerial footage that we had on Eyewitness News at noon. I believe we had a news chopper in the air. We don't actually have that for you, but again, you're looking at some scene video of state and local police at that Babcock Village housing complex in Westerly. Again, that is on Cross Street in Westerly, and as far as we know, that scene is still pretty much the bullseye, so to speak, of what we're tracking on this story.
And again, active situation. We know of at least 3 people injured in the shooting, one fatally shot. I guess if there is any good news to report at this time, Danielle, we are not hearing any other reports of any gunfire that has happened since when this broke. What was that, around 10:30 this morning, Danielle, when this story started to break? So if there is any good news in this situation, in a very tense situation, that's an indication that for now anyway, wherever the suspect is, he's not actively shooting at this time.
And again, want to remind you, because we know that the concern among parents for anyone who has a student in Westerly, that lockdown was lifted, but again, Westerly Public Schools, the high school, dismissing about 10 minutes from now. So we do have a reporter at the schools monitoring that dismissal this afternoon. Obviously, getting some reaction to parents will be part of our coverage this afternoon, because it was a tense morning for these parents waiting to hear word about what was going on when those schools were put on lockdown just after 10:30 this morning.
Right, and they also canceled all afternoon pre-K and kindergarten in Westerly, which shouldn't come as a surprise. My colleague Ted Nisi interviewed some folks that work nearby, and they about 8 of them, I think he said, were huddled in a garage in that area because it was a very intense situation, and they don't know exactly where the suspect is. So he interviewed some people there who are obviously very frightened and scared about what's going on.
We've seen some photos starting to come into our newsroom through our reported function of just different situations unfolding. We want to show you some aerial footage and describe some of the things that we've been seeing. A local
That's a command center truck, Danielle, that you're looking at right on the left-hand side of the screen. That is likely the Westerly Police Department's command center truck. They would be the first ones to get on scene, which is why it's right up against Babcock Village, which is that building you're seeing on the right. Obviously, that is just an army of law enforcement that is gathering right there at the top of your screen. And the State Police Tactical Team is the main responding unit that is at a situation like this. They're specifically trained to go into situations that could possibly be an active shooter situation.
We do have 3 of our Eyewitness News reporters. There's Steve Nielsen. We also have, I believe, Steph Machado is working the story from here. But out in the field, we have 2 other reporters. Courtney Carter is gathering some information. Again, we have a reporter stage at the schools monitoring the dismissal, and also at the command center to get the very latest information. I know Colonel Manny has been very helpful providing you with the latest updates via text.
Well, he knows this is a public safety situation, and Colonel Manny wants to get the information out as quickly as possible while he's trying to manage the scene. So he's been very good about communicating with us directly so we can get it out to you.
So Tim and I are going to wrap things up for our live studio coverage, but we want to remind you that throughout the afternoon we'll be posting updates on our WPRI 12 Facebook page, Twitter accounts, and also WPRI.com, and we'll break into news programming as it warrants if we have another update that's urgent to pass along this afternoon. So right now, we want to return you to regularly scheduled programming.